a lot of them say, I know I did wrong, you know, because of their grades. And that's one of the things that we try to instill and let the freshmen, ninth graders know to please start your academic journey.
Yes.
And stay hard on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you're going to end up just like a lot of the ones that I encountered, you know, because they BS their way all through 9th, 10th, 11th. Then when they got into 12th grade, they started realizing, oh man, I got to get my grades. It's too late.
Too late then.
Because it's something that's called cumulative GPA.
Yeah.
That kills them every time.
Chip on my shoulder. I got something to prove, like a gun in a holster. Loaded, ready to shoot. Got big energy. Ain't scared to dream. Got big energy. Got big energy.
You know this a different energy, right?
Welcome to the Miller Experience, where we have up close and personal conversations with people that I admire, that's big fixtures in the game, and guys that's doing major things in the community. And my guest is definitely one of those guys. My guest program is a privatized independent collegiate option, which operates similar to a traditional JUCO football program for student athletes. His mission is to establish a strong foundation for complete success of all student athletes that are part of a program through family, education, and athletics. This will be achieved by building on ideas of accountability, confidence, character, dignity, and integrity through their entire experience. He supports this mission by providing an atmosphere for the organization, players, coaches, and community that strives to set the standards for success. In 2024, my guest will be building a program in Camden, South Carolina, led by coach, teacher, Camden High School, Franklin Alexander, and coach Joseph Smalls from Rock Hill, South Carolina. My guest is also the Executive Director and Commissioner of Conference of the Mid-Atlantic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my special guest, Coach Donald Kingcade.
We're at the Venus Restaurant and Catering here in Florence, South Carolina, where you can get the best breakfast here in Florence. Come check it out, 471 West Palmetto Street here in Florence, South Carolina. Come check it out. Food is delicious, guys. Welcome to the Miller Experience. Coach Kingcade, Coach Watts. I'm saying that right,
Watson.
right? Watson, I'm sorry. Welcome to the Miller Experience. I want you guys to introduce yourself, let the people know who you are and what you have going on.
My name is Coach Donald Kingcade. I'm actually the Executive Director, Commissioner, all of the above, you know.
Roger Goodell of this, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And, you know, we basically put together a privatized JUCO athletics program. Mm-hmm. I felt that we needed to do just more than just one in one area. We needed to spread this thing out because there are thousands and thousands of kids that have great athletic ability, but they didn't, what I'm trying to say, they didn't get an offer. And being a former police officer, I used to see a lot of these kids getting in trouble because they didn't get offers in the school. They fell prey to the street. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to come up with this idea in order to ensure that they get an offer, ensure that they get that chance that they didn't get, because to be honest with you, man, the kids these days do not want to go to school. But if I give them an opportunity to play ball, they're going to jump on it. And they're going to go to school, you know. So I kind of feel like it's the dangling carrot to lure them in. You want to come over here and get some of this football and basketball? Well, you need to come over here and get these grades and earn your associate's degree. So that's kind of what we got going on. This is one of my athletic director / head coach for the PD Predators, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Good afternoon. I'm Mike Watson. I'm the head coach and athletic director with PD Predators. We're a team based out of Florence, South Carolina, and we encompass the PD area, which is a pretty vast area. We're in our second full year as a startup program, and we're really looking forward to this year and seeing our program build over the years.
Coach Kingcade, you kind of said something that was key. You say these kids nowadays don't want to go to school. You thinking your program, it helps them get into school, but would it help them possibly get a full ride? You think? Because the reason why I'm saying that, because do they not want to go to school because parents can't afford it? Their grades wasn't good enough because their parents couldn't afford it. So maybe this is an opportunity for them to to showcase their talent and possibly get a ride.
Well, yes and no. A lot of them just lazy.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and you just got to put foot up their butt.
Yeah.
And here's the one that's really key. Show them that you care. You know, and I know this man right here loves these kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
coaching is like being a teacher, man. You just take a special person to be a coach.
Exactly. And we ended up with right now we have 3 solid programs. One that's going to be up and running this year down in Florida, and it's called the Florida State Coastal Cobras. I have one in Monroe, North Carolina, called the Union County Vipers, and so we are formulating our own conference.
What's the name of the conference? Let people know the name of the conference.
The name of the conference is called COMA, C-O-M-A, Conference of the Mid-Atlantic. And we soon hope to at least have 6 to 8 teams in the COMA conference. And then we have a new conference building down in the Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi area. And we call that the MASC, Mid-Atlantic Southern Conference.
Okay.
So it takes time. It takes years. He said he was 2 years running with the Predators. The Vipers is 4 years running. You know, so I'm in the 4th year with the Vipers, and we're still trying to build this conference the way it's not easy. It's really not. You got to find the right personnel to kick this thing off. And I run through coaches because they think that they understand what's expected of them, but once they get in and find out all the hard work that goes along with this, they come back and say, "Oh, coach, man, I'm gonna have to."
Well, those coaches you don't need.
Exactly.
Those coaches you don't need. You
Yeah,
got to
we
weed
call
them
them
out.
weed them
You
out,
want somebody, you want somebody that truly cares. Because at the end of the day, I'm assuming it's probably financial. The reason why they're leaving, right?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 is financial. At the end of the day, if this comes from the heart, when you're dealing with kids, especially at-risk kids that's trouble, that's straight from the heart, man. Like I said earlier, being the coach is like being a teacher. It takes someone special to be able to do that. And sometimes finance not going to do it. Sometimes them kids just need love. A lot of them kids don't have father figures at home.
We're the father figures.
You guys are the father figures. So God bless you guys for what y'all doing, man. So tell me what. So you the one that originally came up with COMA or this program?
Yes.
What motivated you to do this?
Once again, when I was a cop and I used to see these kids falling prey to the streets, and most of them were athletes coming out of high school.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I used to have conversations with them, and they used to tell me, man, I prayed for the opportunity of going to the next level in high school. No one called me. No one gave me, and he said, I know, a lot of them say, I know I did wrong, because of their grades. And that's one of the things that we try to instill and let the freshmen, 9th graders know to please start your academic journey.
Yes.
And stay hard on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you're going to end up just like a lot of the ones that I encountered, because they BS their way all through 9th, 10th, 11th. Then when they got into 12th grade, they started realizing, oh man, I got to get my grades. It's too late.
Too late, man.
Because it's something that's called cumulative GPA.
Yeah.
That kills them every
that.
time.
I tell my kids that, man. It's just not in high school. They watching your GPA from middle school on up, man.
Yes.
They watching it, man. These colleges are looking. Just like social media. Watch what you put on social media. These schools are looking. Everybody looking. Jobs, everybody. So, Coach, what is your plans for this year's season with your team and you guys?
Well,
What's your goals?
we want to continue to build our foundation. Of course, we always want to win games, but along with winning, you've got to actually build the foundation. That's finding kids, getting the high school coaches to understand your program and get involved in your programs, building your finances, and being able to get facilities. As time goes on, we want to get to the point where we have our own stuff and we're not having to beg and borrow and plead for people to let us use their facilities, to give us some drinks, give us some this. So our goal is to continue to build our program, and by doing that, you're from this region as well. There's so many kids in this region, in small towns, Manning, Lake City, all these places, even Florence and Sumter's. When the kids hit 18 and get out of high school, there are no adult programs for them, no adult basketball, no flag football, none of those things that keep them busy. My goal, along with Coach Kincaid's goal, is making sure we get these kids in school so they can get that degree. Our goal is to get them associates in 18 to 24 months. Our new program that we're with now actually has a 4-year degree and a master's degree, so we can continue to push kids. But if you get kids through your program and they get that piece of paper, their worth in the job market completely changes. And they'll go from, not knocking any employee, but a hard labor job to getting a good job at a factory, getting a good job at a bank, a management job at a Walmart or Lowe's. It really pays well. And if we can get these kids to understand the importance of, structure, understanding the structure, getting that degree, and then moving on and taking care of themselves, and their opportunity to take care of their family is so much better with a degree. Like I said, we have some kids I've got one kid that could play anywhere, but he's from a small town. He went off to college and just couldn't handle the change in atmosphere. And as well as I do, in this area, that is a terrible problem. A lot of these kids that have the grade issues go off to Minnesota, go off to Mississippi, to Georgia, to these junior colleges, and they can't take away being away from home. They didn't have the structure to where they could do everything they needed to do, and they end up leaving their programs and just getting lost in the system. Our program gives them a chance to stay home, actually even gives them a chance to work while they're in school. And by doing that, we're hoping to keep them in school, keep them involved in the athletics, keep them out of trouble. When they leave us, they're tired. They're not going out getting in the streets. They're not going out getting in trouble, clubbing. They're ready to go home and relax. But I'm a career law enforcement officer, and in law enforcement, the biggest thing you have to teach these kids is to believe. And if they have belief and they have hope, then there's opportunity.
I agree.
So that's our goal, is to build our program, get the communities and the high school coaches involved, get these kids through school, and if we can get them to a 4-year school, that's great. If they don't get to the 4-year school, they've got their diploma, and they've had a lot of fun playing on the next level.
And they can stay with us. So they go 2 years and don't get a degree. Don't get an offer.
Mm-hmm.
They can stay with us 2 more years and go ahead and get their bachelor's.
So it's this program just for 4 years for the players, correct? It's not.
The model is a 2-year program, but we are become affiliated with a new school this year, Northwest Community College out of Northwest University. They also have 4-year programs and master's programs. So for the kid that doesn't make it to the next level, we can keep him here involved in athletics while he continues to get more degrees.
That's what's up. That was going to be my next question. You just answered. That was going to be my next question. That's what's up. I love it.
And I'm going to tell you also, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but I want to bring it up. There are a lot of programs out here that are considered scams.
Yeah.
These folks out here scamming kids
Yeah.
and this and that and the other. And then when we tell them about our program,
I see it. You talking about semi-pro?
No, not necessarily
Well,
semi-pro.
no.
A lot of the prep schools,
yeah.
Okay.
they're charging kids some of them are $5,000, $6,000, and $8,000.
Well, I'm not even gonna say prep, but there are other imposter programs trying to do what we're doing, and a lot of folk got caught up in that as prey. And when they see us, they think we're a scam too.
And that's why I was going to ask you. I bought a semi-pro because I want people to know the difference between you guys and the semi-pro.
Semi-pro, and I'm gonna be honest with you, we can accept somebody from a semi-pro team if it's a paid organization. If it's a paid organization, even if that particular player didn't get paid but played for that team, he's still ineligible. If he played for a semi-pro team that did not pay, we could take him. So it's a little fine line in there, and the semi-pro is just people that just want to relive
The glory days.
their glory days,
Yeah.
and there's some coming right out of high school that just don't want to go to school, but they want to play ball. So they go semi-pro, and ain't nothing wrong with semi-pro. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. When they come to us, I have to put them in college. They have to do the FAFSA. They have to do everything necessary. The difference with
I hope
us,
your parents are listening. I'm sorry.
no, man. The difference with us, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're a non-traditional type program. No, we don't have a campus. Northwest University is actually out in Kirkland, Washington. But these boys have an opportunity to go to school 100% online while they're playing football or basketball with us. And I think we coined the phrase, we're called the new model of JUCO sports. You know what I'm saying? And people just gonna have to kind of conform. A lot of people don't like new. This is way new to them. Well, y'all ain't got no facilities. No, yes, we have facilities, but it's considered community partners. You know, so yes, we got a gym that we done partnered up with the gym, and they allowing us to come in and do strength and conditioning. We have partnering churches, you know, that will allow us to come in and do study hall, game film review, give us the space needed. You know, those are the different things. I think we have something with, what's the name? Is it what's the high school that you're using this year?
The old Timmonsville High School.
Okay.
You know, all we got to do is just sit down and tell them what we got going on, and most people just to be like, oh man, I want to be a part of that. I love what you're doing. You know, so that's one of the biggest things. And Coach Watson and I have kind of discussed things each year as we progress, and we try to find out what we can do better this year that we didn't do last year. So one of those things is we done made it mandatory study hall. So the study hall now, we don't even allow them to do work at home anymore. They have to do their work at study hall. That ensures that they're going to do well. That ensures the GPA is going to be where we need it to be. You know, it is holding their hand a little bit, making them do what they're supposed to already be doing. But we found
it's
out
still preparing them too. They're trying to make it to the next level. It's still preparing them for that too. So sometimes you got, just like we got kids, we got to hold their hand just a little bit, guide them through it till they feel they could do it on their own. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a little baby, but y'all doing the right thing. Y'all doing the right thing. So, go ahead.
It's no different than if you're at Carolina, you're at Clemson, you're at Newberry or PC. You know, those kids are required to go through study hall. They go through breakfast checks. They have some, especially when they report for fall camp, they have bed checks. So, you know, we're not doing anything different than a major school does. It's just on a different level, and that's part of building our program, getting our finances up so we can partner with some of these other colleges that have these, that we can get tutors to help these kids and to help them get through their study hall part. But, the study halls, it's hard to get them to understand, but if they go to Newberry, they go to Carolina, they go to Clemson, I mean, half of their life is spent in study hall, meetings, tutoring sessions. So, we're trying to take what they're doing and get them prepared to do those things.
So it'd be second nature by the time they step
Correct.
to the next level. Exactly. So tell us about the upcoming season. What are you guys' expectation? How many games? What you expecting the season to look like this year?
It's looking really good. We got 10 games on the schedule. Give or take, there's one particular program that we put on the schedule that I'm not sure if they're even going to play this year. So if they don't, we end up having to either look for another game with somebody else.
Man, look, you so passionate about this, you tearing up right now.
call it a bye week, maybe, or the teams within our conference, we may just play each other again, just to fill that hole, just to get some extra work in, to get some extra game film.
What do your crowd look like fan-wise, everything?
Right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's almost like recreation league. You only get the parents and the friends and the relatives or whatever.
That's why
we're trying to buy into the community. We're trying to get the community to buy into us, and we're asking to get their support. And it takes a lot of money to run a football and a basketball program. It's about $1,500 just to do a home game. You know what I'm saying? Just to run down a little bit of the cost so the viewers at home really understands why we need sponsors, why we need donations. Police officers, we gotta have that. That cost me about $300 off the muscle. Then we got the 6 referees at $110 a man.
Wow.
Okay? And then that's 6 on the field. If you want a referee on the clock, that's 7. Okay? Then the field rental. Then you got your sports trainer. You got to pay them. You got to pay, if we don't have volunteers, we got to pay the chain gang. We got to pay a announcer. That's already up to about $1,500-$1,600 already. And that's every home game. We got to have that in our pocket when we get there, just in case we don't get enough fans to help make the payroll. A lot of people never look at it like that, so I appreciate the opportunity of you interviewing us today,
No
so
problem,
we can
man.
really get this out there and let
Put it
them
out there
know.
right now. Let the people know. Let the fans know, man, how they can come support, sponsorships, everything, man.
Well, the biggest thing is reach out to this young man right here, Coach Mike Watson. Mike, give him your phone number.
843-598-7170. 843-598-7170. Also on Facebook, it's Mike Watson. My profile picture is a yellow Labrador Retriever.
Glad to know that.
So we would love to hear from you. If you got kids that are interested in playing, if you got church groups that would love to come to the games, community groups, love for recreation department groups to come to our games and be a part of the program as well. Anybody that has any financial aid that they could give us to sponsorships, even if it's $10, $15, $20 a person, that completely adds up. You get 500 people to give you $10, and here we in good shape. And that's what it takes. Because even elaborating on what Coach Kingcade said, we got refreshments that we have to provide with the water and Gatorade and things of that nature to the kids. Travel is important too, because travel expenses are very high, and we don't want our kids all driving to locations when we travel because of the danger and things of that nature.
Pre and post game meals.
Yeah, pre and post game meals. Some of the kids we have to help with school supplies. So finances are huge, and like I said, I'd love to get $15,000 donors, but that's not the common man. And I want the common man to get involved as well. And like I said, if you don't send but $10, I mean, if enough people do that, then our program builds. And once we get our program financially sound, where we can actually start bringing in tutors, we can start doing things at the facilities that we use, as far as putting up signage and being able to put up billboards and things like that. A lot of things will come. I really want to have a strong affiliation with the churches, because not only is that people getting involved in your program, not only is that people, wanting to help your program, but that's also taking good values to these kids. And instead of them being, when they come to the games and praying with the kids and mentoring the kids and things of that nature, and even better than that is the kids getting to associate with their youth. There you go. That's just a win-win situation. So, we're looking to build all that.
Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Miller Experience. Comment, like, and share. Comment, like, and share. Comment, like, and share.
You can't tell me how to act. Said I can't be successful by sticking messages and rap, but God's with me. Who told you being intelligent is whack? So place your bets. My faith is fresh. I'm
the man
stretch. Cause I sat there eye to eye with the face of death. And you ain't putting work in unless you
Everybody talks a good game. I hear everybody talk. Oh man, you should do this and you should do that. And I'm the one that always be like, well, why don't you step up?
Walk like you talk.
I'm the man that did what he said he was
one
going to do.
thing you hear me rap about. I don't care what they figure me for. Ain't no tapping out. I'ma pull my people out the struggle. In the Lord I trust. Playing my cards, this a royal flush. What?